And so this guy's in there with his snitch. How did you? Because obviously you didn't break out this time. How did you manage to get out of what was supposed to be a life sentence?
Well, in Australia, when they give you a life sentence, they give you a minimum term that you can go before you apply for parole.
Correct.
So I had 25 years with a minimum of 14. And the Crown appealed my sentence while I was in the shoe and they raised it. And it was so orchestrated and corrupt and vomiting ugly.
Yeah.
I went through three appeal judges, and that guy's sitting up there paring his nails. And every time my lawyer says, "You got anything else, Miss Fisher?" We've already heard that. And the prosecutor said something. He said, "Amen, brother. Bring it on. Amen." It was just like he was saying that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even listening to nothing.
Yeah.
He already knew what he was going to do. He's already talked to the prosecutor. And the first old judge I had, Warwick, he was all right. And he'd have took me home, I could sure. He was all right.
Yeah.
But this other one was a devil. And so they raised me to life at 18. And they would have given me more, I reckon, if the other two hadn't have backed off a little. So what was I saying? So I was in there, and that's when I got life. And they raised me to life, and I'd do 18 years before I can apply. And I'm telling you, I think I'm strong-minded. I know I am compared.
Oh, I know that you are as well.
That knocked the knees out from under me. A life? And when you come up 18 years, you may not get it. I still got trouble elsewhere. I said, I may never get home. So I said, I got little children that don't know me, my little boy, 6, 7 years old, my daughter, and grandchildren.
That must have been hard for you.
I said, they never going to know me. And I said, I would like to tell them some stories about my life on the farm. And there was a computer in there, and I'd never seen one.
Yeah.
And so I got a guard to help me turn it. I was in a little glassed-in room.
Oh, because you'd never seen a computer?
I don't think it was any come out hardly then.
Oh,
They were brand
true.
new, yeah.
This is what, 2000 or?
2000,
Wow.
They might have been, but I didn't. I know maybe I'd seen a computer, but I certainly not even thought about one. So I can type, and so I would lay on my bunk, and I say, "Oh, well, my grandma, I tricked her into. She didn't like my mama, and tricked her into buying me a pony." Let me tell that story. So the next day I'd get that thing on, and it didn't have a program, so you could write in one line called paintbrush, and no correction, nothing.
Yeah.
So I write the story about the pony, and then the next day I'll tell something else, and so I got started typing, and sometimes the tears would come down my face as I was remembering things and people long ago. And you're doing life now; you got time.
Yeah.
And I wrote 1,300,000 words in one line. And so when I got out of that place, they kept me in the shoe for a year. They sent me out, and I think in about 6 months I got into self-care, and they let me buy a computer. And I got a big one, and they give me my writings on a disc, 3-disc disc, and it took me a year, I guess, to figure it out and edit it and straighten it, and then I cut out everything that I didn't think people. About great grandpa and this other and grandpa, what they did.
Yeah.
I cut all that out, just what I did, and I tell Mari, she was they say you have an imaginary reader, and so I said she was on every page. So that was a book, and I couldn't get it out. They wouldn't let me send one page of it out.
So you're thinking of your wife every time you would write a chapter in this book?
You're writing to her, you see.
Oh, yeah, that's
She's going to be my reader.
That's
I know
nice.
she's going to be my reader, and she's a hard taskmaster, I'm telling you. So there was a fella in there, and he was a skydiver, and he had a little telephone about that big. He'd paid $3,000 for it. He said, "Tell her to get an email address." What's that? Just tell her to get an email address. So then she got one, and he put a little wire to the back of my computer she had it just like that. And so she published it with Amazon, just exactly word for word. She had people, some try to see if we can't. I said, no, it don't sound like me. So it's just like it was written in a prison cell, in a cage. So that's how my book, The Smuggler, came out.
Right. And what year was that?
2021.
And that's
2020. I'm sorry.
Right. And is that
then
still
I
on
wrote
Amazon for sale now?
No, well, she published it in 2017. Yes,
Yep.
she's still available. It's one of the better sellers.